This video is about how to avoid the no response when it comes to the end of the decision-making process. What you're going to walk away with is a couple of very specific things you can do early on in the sales process and later on to avoid the either no response or no decision at the end of that sales process that infuriates all of us. Because we've all been there before, right? Where somebody says, "Hey, I'm going to make a decision on Friday," and then Friday comes and goes, and lo and behold, we don't get the phone call. And then we spend the next 2, 3 weeks touching base and checking in and getting all aggravated and pissy about it, and then blowing it up with final attempt, whatever. So here's a couple of ideas on what to do. There's some reasons behind that, right? I mean, nobody likes to break up with anybody. I mean, think about your days back in high school, right? Nobody likes to break. It's an awkward thing. So when prospects are don't want to go with us, they're effectively breaking up with us. And so that's why they're avoiding it in a lot of ways. So one of the things I do early on in the sales process is as kind of we have the initial dialogue and the qualification, it looks like things are progressing to the next steps and we're going to be going through the evaluation process. I'll simply ask, hey, are you okay? As we go through this sales process together, if it's pretty evident to you that we're not a good fit, and for whatever reason I'm not seeing it, are you okay with telling me no? And I asked that question, and it sounds like a stupid question, right? Because what are they going to say? Oh, yeah, I'm actually going to be uncomfortable. Of course they're going to say, oh, yeah, absolutely. If you're not the right solution, I'll tell you. But I ask it to set the stage to let them know it is okay to tell me no. I just want to know sooner rather than later, okay? And you open up the door for them to come at you a little bit sooner and tell you no. So later on, when you've say when you're touching base and checking in, you could actually leave a message, and I've done this a few times, to say, hey, remember early on I asked you if you were cool telling me no? Are we at that stage yet? Because I've left you 3 voicemail messages and I haven't heard back from you, and I'm getting that feeling that you want to break up with me, but you're feeling awkward about it. So I'm totally cool with it. Just please call me back. All right. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, and I highly recommend this way, which is putting yes/no meetings on somebody's calendar for that decision. So say they're going to make their decision on Friday. You say, great, when do you want to talk on Friday so I can get a yes or a no from you either way? And they'll say, oh, Friday afternoon. What time on Friday? Cool, because I'll just send over a meeting invitation. It'll be for 15 minutes so we can get on the phone. I can get a yes or a no from you either way, or if we need to reschedule, we can. But if not, I know things come up and, the end of the week, end of the month, things happen. So, you might have to push it until next week. But if that happens, then all of a sudden, you effectively turn me into a stalker because you told me Friday and all of a sudden you didn't show. So now I'm going to get nervous. So why don't we just put a quick 15-minute call on the calendar so I can get a yes or a no from you either way. The people that will put that meeting on the calendar with you are the ones that are probably going to close. The people that won't, I'd be very nervous about those. All right. So in conclusion here, ask people up front to try and avoid the no decision or the no response, more importantly, the no response at the end of a sales process. Ask up front, are they okay with telling you no? And then get yes/no meetings on people's calendars. So instead of just letting it say, oh, we'll call you on Friday. What time on Friday? So you can put them in a position of giving you a yes or a no either way. Good luck and happy selling.